Most of us picture time as a perfectly reliable clock, a steady metronome that ticks forward at the exact same rhythm for everyone, everywhere in the universe. But the weird truth of physics is that you are actually traveling through time right now. In fact, just by standing up, your head is aging slightly faster than your feet. To understand why, we have to look back about a century to Albert Einstein. He realized that our everyday experience of time doesn't match the reality of how the universe functions. Einstein figured out that time isn't a straight, rigid piece of metal. It is actually much more like a stretchy rubber band. It bends, stretches, and warps depending on how fast you move and how strongly you are being pulled by gravity. Because time has this built-in flexibility, the idea of a single universal clock for everyone is a misunderstanding of how the universe works. Let's look at the first thing that stretches our rubber band: speed. There is a strict rule in the universe. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. Imagine you have an identical twin. You decide to stay right here on Earth, while your twin hops into a high-speed spacecraft. Your twin fires the engines and zooms around the galaxy at nearly the speed of light. Inside the ship, they go about their normal routine, and to them, 5 years pass. But when that ship lands back on Earth, the two of you are in for a shock. While only 5 years ticked by for the traveler, decades have passed for you. You'd have gray hair, while your twin barely looks a day older. This age gap happens because of a physical law known as time dilation. The extreme speed actually slowed down the passage of time for your twin. By moving so incredibly fast, your twin bypassed decades of your life, effectively stepping straight into your future. Most of us don't have access to near light-speed rockets. But there is a second force that warps time, and you are experiencing it right now: gravity. Gravity acts like a brake on time. The closer you are to a massive, heavy object like our planet, the slower your time will pass. When you stand on the ground, the Earth's gravity is pulling on your entire body. But because your feet are physically closer to the planet's core than your head is, the gravitational pull on your shoes is slightly stronger. Because of that microscopic difference in gravity, your brain and toes exist in two slightly different timelines. Looking at the clocks inside these magnifying glasses, the stronger gravity at the bottom causes the feet to age a fraction of a second slower than the head. Even though the difference is microscopic, it means your body is physically existing across two different speeds of time at once. We can see this same gravitational effect playing out on a global scale. We routinely launch tools like GPS satellites far up into space. Out there, thousands of miles above the surface, the Earth's gravitational pull is much weaker. Because those satellites are floating far away from the strongest part of the planet's pull, their internal clocks actually tick faster than the clocks inside the smartphones we hold down here on the ground. This illustration shows the active connection between those fast-ticking satellites and our slow-ticking phones. If engineers didn't program the system to constantly correct that timing error, the maps on your phone would become completely inaccurate in a single day. Every time you check a map, go for a jog, or stand up from your chair, you are physically interacting with the stretchy, bending fabric of the universe.